Entering music into a music notation software program is kind of a lengthy process. Whether you do basic note entry or if you hook up a MIDI keyboard and enter it like you're playing piano, it takes time. There are all these little details. In this video, you see me entering everything on my computer keyboard. Unfortunately, when I enter music on the piano keyboard, it's quite an ordeal to unplug all my hard drives, set up my computer so that it sits on top of the piano, and then make sure I have it all hooked up properly. So sometimes I just get lazy. I found that although it is a bit slower and a little more cumbersome, I have found ways that I can enter music fairly quickly with my computer keyboard. There are shortcuts, and once you get to know the most useful ones and commit those to memory, you're pretty much good to go. You're limited as to how many notes you can enter at one time, obviously. So chords, that's just not possible to enter 3 notes or whatever simultaneously. But there's a really cool shortcut that you can use by holding down the shift key and then just tapping the note that you want. So if you want a C major chord, C, E, G, first you enter in C, like tapping the note, the letter key C on the keyboard, and then you hold down the shift key and you tap E on the keyboard. So it'll come enter a major third above the C, and then for the G, do the same thing. Hold down the shift key and press the letter key G. And then you'll get a minor third above the E. And there's your major triad. If you want to have an expanded chord, then you'll have to tap the note up or down with the arrow keys, or use a shortcut like command arrow key up to move it 1 octave up, or command arrow key down to move it 1 octave down. Well, to enter in the entire fantasy piece number 4 by Robert Fuchs from Opus 78, using this computer keyboard method, just basic note entry, it took the better part of an hour to get everything right. I got all the notes in basically around the 30-minute mark, and then it's a matter of going back over and making sure you didn't leave anything out. For one thing is for sure, I don't waste paper, and I don't mean this as a tree hugger. Paper's kind of expensive when you start printing off lots and lots of pages. I'm saying it as save money-er. You can see that when the notes are consistently 1 note value, like all these 8th notes at the beginning, it goes fairly fast. Yeah, there's a lot of octave jumping around, so I have to do the command arrow key up or arrow key down after I enter the note. And sometimes, bewilderingly, the computer will, the program will just up and decide to enter a note 2 octaves higher than the last note I just entered. It happens most often when I'm switching between voices, or the right hand, left hand, and I just don't understand it. It didn't do that quite as dramatically before, and ever since I installed MuseScore 4, which, by the way, I don't use because I just found that there was one feature that was left out of MuseScore 4 that is way too inconvenient for me, so I just use MuseScore 3. Anybody, do you find the same thing? Would you rather just sacrifice all the smooth operation of MuseScore 4 because they left out one key feature that you had been using a lot? Well, let me know, because the feature that I use frequently, because I'm using this for an accompaniment of my cello playing, is that I want to be able to change the velocity of individual notes and individual dynamics. And for whatever reason, I guess maybe they decided that their program was smart enough that it would just do it automatically. But I find that it doesn't quite cut the mustard. It has a lot of cool features, and it certainly is a smoother sound than MuseScore 3. But I don't know. And also there's another feature that really irritates me, and that is when I go to press the space bar to play the music, I need let's say I want to let's say I click on the left hand of the piano accompaniment, and it will just play the left hand. I mean, it's a cool feature. I think that's pretty brilliant that they can do that sort of thing. But at the same time, wouldn't it make more sense to have it by default play the entire score first rather than just a single part? All this entering is really a lot of work, and I thought I was going to get all this done, all these 7 fantasy pieces by Robert Fuchs done in 2 weeks flat, but it turns out that it's just a lot of work, and it's now going on the 4th week, and I think as of this recording right now, I just finished piece number 6 in the accompaniment. So I still have number 7 to go. It takes a long time to enter music. Here, have a listen to a bit of the finished product. Well, show me a few thumbs up, show me some likes, and thanks for watching. Comment, let me know if you are still using MuseScore 3.6, or have you gone on to greener pastures, as it were. Remember, you can support this channel by purchasing my own arrangements for cello duet, cello quartet, and I also have a collection of etudes that you are able to download from Sheet Music Plus, and those have been annotated with some directions. Coming soon, I will be offering a complete look at Schlemmüller's Opus 19, the very first pieces for the young cellist, but I like to think of them as beginner cellist. It's a set of 20 pieces. I've annotated them, I've made video lessons, and I've also made accompaniment parts where you can play along. All of these downloads are reasonably priced. There are some that are, I think, $2. There are some that are $4 and some that are $5. Nothing over 10. And you can go to my Patreon, visit there, support me through a membership for $3, $5, $10, $25. Get a little merch and come see a little bit more. I upload some posts there that are very occasionally just for the patrons. Thank you very much. Press like and subscribe.